So in the last session, just we started about OOPs concept. In that, so the things or the OOP features related to security we covered. Okay. So now the first thing I'm talking about, of course, we had already talked data hiding. Okay. Outside person can't access our internal data directly, or our internal data should not go out directly, is the concept of data hiding. The second one we cover abstraction. Have you remembered abstraction? Okay, hiding internal implementation, and just highlight the set of services what we are offering is the concept of abstraction. So next, data hiding and abstraction is nothing but what? Encapsulation. Have you remembered this part also? We discussed encapsulation. And after encapsulation, we covered about tightly encapsulated class. Tightly encapsulated class is nothing but like, you know, all these things, these four things is I can consider as module 1. All these things talks about only one word. What is that word? All these things talks about only one word. What is that word? Security. Are you getting right? These are things talks about only one word, which is nothing but what? Security, right? So up to this, it's a very clear for you people. Okay, now I'm ready to start second module, easier relationship. So it's nothing but inheritance concept. What is the benefit? What are various loopholes are there related to that? Let me start explaining that, right? Okay, this is. Now just observe, keep subheading the next topic. Easier relationship. The next topic. Easier relationship. Is a relationship. Is a relationship. Okay. Do you know easier relationship also known as, is there any other word for easier relationship? Easier relationship also known as inheritance. Just let me outline the things first. Easier relationship is also known as inheritance concept. So the first word you people should aware inheritance. Okay, is nothing but first one, inheritance. Next, what is the main, how we can implement easier relationship? We can implement easier relationship by using what? Extends keyword. Do you know? We can implement is a relationship by using which keyword? Extends keyword, right? Now the third one, what is the big advantage of easier relationship? Sir, what is the advantage? So simple, parent class methods, parent class members by default available to the child. Correct or not? Sir, if you are writing any method in the parent, automatically that method happily we can call on child object without rewriting. Are you getting? Without rewriting, happily we can call those methods on the child object. That's why the main advantage of easier relationship is reusability. The main advantage is nothing but what? Reusability. Right? Once in the parent, automatically you can call that method on any child object. It's nothing but I will explain, not required, but just observe. So the main biggest advantage of easier relationship is nothing but what? Reusability. Right? Just outline. Okay. Easier relationship is also known as inheritance. Next term. By using which keyword we can implement easier relationship? By using extends keyword. Next, what is the biggest advantage of easier relationship? Reusability of the code. Are you getting? What is the meaning of reusability? Like with examples I will explain. First, take these points. First point. It is also known as, keep subheading first, easier relationship. Under that you have to write subheading easier relationship. Under that first point. It is also known as inheritance. Inheritance. Next, second point. The main advantage of easier relationship is, one minute. Yeah. The main advantage of easier relationship is, code reusability. The main advantage of easier relationship is code reusability. reusability, reusability. Next, by using, third point, by using extends keyword, by using extends keyword, by using extends keyword, we can implement, by using extends keyword, we can implement easier relationship. By using extends keyword, we can implement easier relationship. By using extends keyword, we can implement easier relationship. Okay, that's all. Are getting? So these are three important theoretical outline conclusions. I'm not talking about any internal things. So easier relationship is also known as inheritance. By using which keyword we can implement easier relationship? Extends keyword. Next, what is the biggest advantage of easier relationship? Is reusability of the code. Is it clear for all of you? Now, what it means? So what are various internal loopholes? Just observe this one. Very important terminology. Take special care about this part, especially 10 minutes. The next 10 minutes are very important. Here I am taking class P. Sir, observe class P. Parent class contain one method, public void m1 method. Sir, public void m1 system.out.println. Okay, parent like, let me take parent like. Sir, parent class contain how many methods are there? Only one method, m1 method, right? Now let me take class C extends P. Sir, class C extends P. Now public void m2 method, public void m2 method system.out.println child like I'm taking. Okay, like this. Sir, can you tell parent class contain how many methods? Parent class contain how many methods? One method. What is that method? M1 method, right? Child class contain how many methods? Two methods. Because parent class M1 method by default available to the child. Do you know inheritance concept? C extends P. See the child of parent. Parent class members by default available to the child. I hope you know. So whatever property your parent has, whatever fame your parent has, by default available to the child. Are you getting? Okay, this is because best example for you. So you know Big B. Who is this person? Big B in India, it's very famous. Amitabh Bachchan, right? So whatever fame Big B has is nothing more. So this automatically, so Abhishek Bachchan is going to get that fame. Are you getting? Abhishek Bachchan not required to define anywhere. So and so like because he's the kid. He's the kid of Big B. Automatically by default his fame by default is going to come to the Abhishek Bachchan. Are you getting that? Suppose tomorrow if Chota Bachchan is going to come. Okay, Chota Bachchan is going to come. For this Chota Bachchan, whatever fame Big B has, whatever fame Abhishek Bachchan has, automatically will come to the Chota Bachchan. If tomorrow Chota Bachchan came, is nothing but will come, then you can in every channel of India, in every TV channel, in every newspaper, compulsory this news should be there. Correct or not? Okay, this is like because these members, whatever parent has, that fame automatically by default will come to the child. Are you getting? Even in the middle, so another person is also came. Okay, Aishwarya by default like. Then obviously, so this person is more popular or more fame when compared with all these, because all these people fame by default will come into the picture. Whatever fame parent has, whatever property parent has, whatever assets parent has, by default available to the child. Is nothing more. We are not required to redefine here. Automatically it is available by default. Whatever method parent has, automatically this method by default available to the child. Are you able to understand it? Automatically by default available to the child. This concept is nothing but inheritance concept. Any explanation is required now? Okay, this is. So now observe here what are various loopholes are there. Just observe this terminology, right? Sir, I am taking class test. So here class test. Take a bit very special care. Public static void main method string array args. Public static void main string array args. Okay, here just 4 cases I have to talk. Every case itself is an important conclusion. After completing this example, I will give the notes about that also. Here see this one. Parent P is equal to new parent. Sir, case 1, parent P is equal to new parent. P dot our parent P1 is equal to our parent P is equal to new parent. Next, P dot M1 method. Is it valid or not? On the parent object, I am calling which method? Parent class method. Parent reference, parent object. On that I am calling P dot M1. 100% pakka. Is it valid or not? Valid. P dot M2 method. Is it valid or not? Okay. Make sure. Sir, whatever methods parent has, by default available to the child. But whatever methods a child has, by default not available to the parent. By default not available to the parent. That's why P dot M1 is nothing but like this one perfectly valid. P dot M1 is the valid. But P dot M2, sir, child specific method by default not available to the parent. Are you getting that? Okay, this way. So that's why. So P dot M2 immediately compile time error by default we are going to get. Are you getting compile time error saying what that error cannot find the symbol. Cannot find the symbol. Which symbol? Cannot find symbol. Which symbol is nothing but method M2. Which symbol? Method M2 in which location is class P. Are you able to understand that? In which location class P? Sir, in the P class, there is no method named with M2, like compile time error you are going to get. Are you getting? So, whatever methods parent has, by default available to the child, but whatever method child has, by default not available to the parent. That's why, on the parent reference, child specific methods we can't call. Is it clear for all of it? Okay? So, now the point 1 is nothing but like assume it is the case 1. Now, let me take a 2. Sir, child C is equal to new child. Sir, child reference, child object. Child reference, child object. C dot M1 method. Is it valid or not? Sir, on the child reference, can I call parent class method? Yes. Whatever method parent has, by default available to the child. Are you getting? That's why there is no problem at all. It is valid. Next, C dot M2 method. Is it possible to call or not? Child reference, child object, child method. What is the problem? No problem at all. Itself is valid. Any explanation is required about this one? Okay. Next, third point. A bit dangerous point. Take a bit special care about this point, right? Sir, here I am taking third one. A bit very dangerous point. Parent P1 is equal to new child. Sir, parent P1 is equal to new child. Valid or not? Parent reference can be used to hold child object, no problem at all. Sir, parent reference can be used to hold child object itself is valid, right? Now, P1 dot M1, valid or not? Yes, because parent class reference, child object, parent method by default available to the child. That's why no problem at all. Next up, P1 dot M2 method. P1 dot M2 method. Is it valid or invalid? This one 100% pakka. This one is nothing but what? Invalid. Compile time error by default we are going to get. Very important conclusion. Make sure. Sir, parent reference can be used to hold child object. Parent reference can be used to hold child object. But by using that reference, we can call only the methods available in the parent class. We can't call child specific methods. Then immediately ask, sir, if you are not, even though it is a child object, but you can't call child specific method. Sir, if you can't call child specific method, what is the advantage of this approach? This approach is nothing but polymorphism. Yes, sir, there is a big benefit is there. That part I will discuss soon. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this in the polymorphism I will explain, but make sure this one is nothing but immediately compile time method we are going to get. Okay, here see. Sir, you are calling M2 on P1. P1 is what type? P1 is what type? P type. In the P, is there any M2 method? In the P, is there any M2 method? Not there. That's why immediately in the class P, there is no M2 method like compile time method which you are going to get. Is it clear for all of it? Let me repeat once again. Parent reference can be used to hold child object, but by using that reference, we can't call child specific methods. we can call only the methods available in parent class. Is it clear for all of you, right? Now, fourth conclusion is a very easy. I don't think, okay, child C1 is equal to new parent. Is it valid or not? Child C1 is equal to new parent. Is it valid or invalid? So make sure parent reference can be used to hold child object, but child reference cannot be used to hold parent object. Are you getting? That's why immediately comparative method you are going to get saying incompatible types. So immediately comparative method saying incompatible types found P required C is nothing but like comparative method by default we are going to get right. Okay, that's all. These are four conclusions. Of course, four theoretical conclusions are there. Are you able to understand? But very dangerous point is nothing but what? Third point now. Most of the people are going to feel, sir, this one is valid because the runtime object is the child object only. Parent reference can be used to hold child object, but by using that reference we can call only the methods available in parent. Child specific methods we can't call. Is it clear, right? Okay, this is make sure. Okay, take all these things and then I will explain. Take all. Take clearly. Class P, public void. Take clearly. Make sure you people should have clarity. Class P, public void M1 SOP of parent. Next, class C extends P, public void M2. M1 method present in parent class, M2 method present in child class. M2 method present in child class. Like next, class test parent P is equal to new parent. Next, P dot M1 and P dot M2. P dot M1, P dot M2, M2 like. So comparative method we are going to get. Cannot find the symbol. Which symbol? Method M2, location class P. Cannot find symbol method M2 location class P. Class P like. So make sure in both cases we are going to get the same comparative method, right? Take special care about this one. Next, child C is equal to new child C dot M1, C dot M2. Child C is equal to new child C dot M1, C dot M2 like. Next, parent P1 is equal to new child P1 dot M1. Parent P1 is equal to new child P1 dot M1. Next, P1 dot M2. P1 dot M1, P1 dot M2, M2 like. Child C1 is equal to new P. Incompatible types. Found P required C. Incompatible types found P required C like this we are getting. Okay, now are you able to understand the point, right? You should have clarity about this terminology, right? Parent P is equal to new parent P dot M1, P dot M2 like. Incompatible types found P required C. Completed, right? Completed, right? Okay. Now add the theory. Conclusions, like conclusions. Okay. Now first conclusion, listen this one, of course. So first conclusion, I am talking about this. Whatever methods parent has by default available to the child. That's why on the child reference we can call parent method, we can call child method, no problem at all. This is the conclusion one. Whatever methods child has by default not available to the parent. That's why on the parent reference we can't call child specific methods. Are getting? P is what type of reference? Parent reference. We can't call child specific methods. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, at this point. At the point. Whatever methods parent has, whatever methods parent has by default available to the child, whatever methods parent has by default available to the child, by default available to the child, and hence on the child reference, and hence on the child reference we can call, on the child reference we can call both parent and child methods, both parent class and child class methods. We can call both parent and child class methods, Are you getting? Conclusion 1 is a clear for all of you, right? Okay, this next second one. Second, whatever methods child has, whatever methods child has by default not available to the parent, whatever methods child has by default not available to the parent, by default not available to the parent, and hence on the parent reference, we can't call, on the parent reference we can't call, can you spell out? We can't call child specific methods, we can't call child specific methods, that's all. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is next third point, third. Okay, this is a bit dangerous. Have you remembered? I repeat, just let me repeat. Parent reference can be used to hold child object, but by using that reference we can call only the methods available in parent class. Child specific methods we can't call. By mistake, if you are trying to call child specific method, immediately compare to method you are going to get. Sir, if you can't call child specific method, then what is the advantage of this approach? Like you people may ask, sir, what is the advantage of this approach? This approach is polymorphism. That's a big advantage is there. That part I will discuss soon. Okay, this in the polymorphism I will explain, but make sure this point you people should remember. Okay, at third point, parent reference can be used to hold. Parent reference can be used to hold. Child object. Parent reference can be used to hold child object. Child object. But by using that reference, we can't call, child specific methods. We can't call child specific methods. But we can call the methods present in, but we can call the methods present in parent class. But we can call the methods present in parent class. Methods present in parent class. Okay, like next point. So fourth one, anyway, just legend. Sir, parent reference can be used to hold child object, but child reference cannot be used to hold parent object. Okay, this add fourth one. Parent reference can be used to hold. Parent reference can be used to hold. Parent reference can be used to hold child object. Parent reference can be used to hold child object, but can be used to hold child object, but child reference cannot be used to hold. Child reference cannot be used to hold. Child reference cannot be used to hold parent object. Child reference cannot be used to hold parent object. Parent object. Okay, that's all. Are you able to understand that? So what is the advantage of course, what is inheritance, like what are various important loopholes are there? I hope you people got clearly that. Okay, this same. Next, so there is very a bit important the point, let me tell. Sir, what is advantage of inheritance? Can I spell out what is the advantage of inheritance? Inheritance biggest advantage is nothing but what? Code reusability, right? Okay, this is. Sir, can you explain with the example what is the use or what is the impact of code reusability, or how you are getting reusability from this inheritance concept? Let me explain. And when we should go for inheritance concept first, you people may have clarity, right? Yes, so may require to explain this point. Observe. Sir, I want to design one module in my application. Loan module I want to design. Loan module. But I don't know inheritance concept. I don't know extents, reusability, all these things I don't know. Just without inheritance, how I can write the code. With inheritance, how we can write the code. Observe the difference, right? So that you can see what is the advantage of inheritance concept, right? Now just observe. Yeah. Without inheritance. Sir, without inheritance, with the inheritance, what is the difference? I will explain with an example, like observe. Without inheritance, I don't know about inheritance concept, right? Sir, I want to design one loan module. Regarding loan module, so do you know different types of loans are there? Can I spell out any loan? Vehicle loan is there, personal loan is there, home loan is there, like we have several loans. Now, sir, I want to design class vehicle loan. Okay, 300 methods are there in that. Just observe. Class vehicle loan, how many methods are there? 300 methods are there. Next, class home loan. Here also around 300 methods are there. Around 300. Next, class personal loan is nothing but once again 300 methods are there, like. Okay, total. So 3 classes I wrote because 3 types of loans I want to handle. Can you tell how much I mean how many methods we require to write? How many methods? 300 is nothing but 900 methods we require to write. Regarding 900, and assume that okay 90 hours of development time is required. 900 methods. Assume just rough values. 90 hours of development time is required. Then I called one expert programmer. I wrote loan module. Sir, I wrote a big loan module. Can you please have a look? Is it proper way? Is it a good programming practice or not, like I told? Then immediately he saw this code. Then immediately asked her, Durga, do you know inheritance concept, like? So I don't know inheritance. Durga, if you know inheritance, then this much lengthy code is not required to write. At the same time, this much development time is also not required. Why don't you use inheritance concept for this? Is nothing but like a user. Sir, can you explain? I don't know inheritance or what is the benefit. Can you explain, like I asked? then automatically that person starts writing the code in this style. Just observe this one. So now I want to write with the inheritance. With the inheritance. Are you getting? So here say, just he ask, Durga, you wrote the total. How many methods are? 900 methods. Among these three, and out of these 300 methods, is there any common method? Is there any common method which is applicable for every type? Like he asked. Oh, because all are loan types only. Around 250 methods are common methods are there. Here 250 method, 250 common methods are there. I wrote once again like this I told. Then immediately what he did is, the most common methods which are applicable for any type of loan, separate these methods and write in a separate class named with loan. Observe this one. How many methods are common methods? 250 common methods are there. Common methods which are applicable for any type of loan. Common methods are there. Now I am taking class. Okay. Here V loan, class V loan extends loan. Class V loan extends loan. Then these 250 method without rewriting automatically by default available to this class, because it is the child class, right? There is the advantage. These 250 method not required to rewrite once again. By default, whatever the method parent has, by default available to the child. Then how many remaining specific methods are there? Only 50. Write those 50 specific methods. Write those 50 specific methods is nothing but like I'm taking, right? This is vehicle loan. Next, similarly, class, what is the second type of loan? Housing loan extends what? Loan extends loan. Sir, once it is child of loan, automatically these methods by default available here. Are getting automatically these methods. That's why here how many methods are there? We have to write 50 specific methods. 50 specific methods, because parent class methods by default available to every child, not required to rewrite once again. Here just observe class, okay, this is observe class. Now here vehicle loan, personal, next personal loan extends, class personal loan extends loan. Now here once again 50 specific methods we have to write here. Are you getting? 50 specific methods we have to write in this case, right? Now can you tell in this total how many methods we require to write? Now how many methods? Here 250. 50 plus 50 plus 50 is nothing but just 400 methods we require to write. Assume how much development time is required is nothing but just 40 hours of development time is required. Are you getting? Which programming practice is good programming practice? Is it first one or second one? Now we have to second, because within the less time, with the less code, we can able to develop the same requirement. Then compulsory we should go for this type of approach. Are you getting? So with inheritance, without inheritance, what is the meaning of code reusability? Now you can able to see. Sir, here 250 common methods. How many times we have to write? Here how many times we have to write? 250 common methods. Here I have to write, here I have to write, here I have to write. Code redundancy. Suppose tomorrow if there is a problem in the common, if there is some additional thing I want to change, if I want to perform a small change in the common, here I have to change, here I have to change, here I have to change. Code redundancy is always a big problem. Even in your databases also, do you know database in the database update and all, so there are some problems are there. Is nothing but if redundancy is there, obviously always problem anywhere. That's why make sure here 250 common methods I have to write 3 times. But here how many times I have to write? Only one time. Only one time. Automatically, by default available to every child. Whatever the methods parent has, by default available to the child, we are not required to rewrite. Is it clear for all of you? So, are you seeing practically what is the code reusability, right? Yes. Here, how many times I am writing 250 common methods? One time. But how many times I am using? Here one time, here one time, here one time. Is nothing but 3 times I am using. Write once in the parent, automatically you can reuse that method on any child without rewriting. Is the concept of code reusability, right? Okay, take both examples. Take clearly. Without inheritance, with inheritance. Very important terminology. Without inheritance, with inheritance. Without inheritance, with inheritance, like class vehicle loan, next class housing loan, personal loan. Completed, I hope. 900 methods and 90 hours. Take clearly. And the hours of development time is required, like class loan. Here how many methods are there? 250 common methods. Class vehicle loan, extends loan. Next class housing loan, extends loan. Class P loan, extends loan. So 50 specific methods, there are also 50 like completed, I hope. Clear, right? Without inheritance, with inheritance. With inheritance. Class V loan, extends loan, like. So, can you tell the most common methods which are applicable for any type of child? In which class we have to define? In the parent class or child class? In the parent class. Specific methods which are applicable only for a particular child, we have to define those methods in the child class. Observe that. Take a note. The most common methods, which are applicable, the most common methods which are applicable for any type of child. The most common methods which are applicable for any type of child. The most common methods which are applicable for any type of child. For any type of child. For any type of child, comma, we have to define in parent class. We have to define in parent class. Next, the specific methods which are applicable, for a particular child. The specific methods which are applicable for a particular child. for a particular child we have to define in child class. We have to define in child class. We have to define in child class. In child class. We have to define in child class. That's all. Are you getting? So now with this approach, you can able to see what is the advantage of easy relationship and what is the advantage of code, inheritance concept. Are you getting that? Here just the same 900 method we can able to achieve just by using 400 only with 400 method. Next 90 hours of development time we can able to reduce to just only 40 hours. So obviously this approach is always a good programming practice. Okay, this is next here just observe. Sir, we have Java API is there. API, object class, string buffer class, like we have Java API. So do you know Java API, total Java API, object, string, thread is implemented based on inheritance concept only. Are you getting? So total Java API by default is implemented based on Java inheritance. Simple example here, see. Sir, which class acts as root for all Java classes? Object class. Object class acts as root class for all Java classes, right? Now this object class contain several child classes are there. String class, string buffer class, string buffer class, like. And this object class contain next here have you observed throwable, like there are several things are there. Throwable is also one child of object. Throwable class contain two child classes are there. First one exception, second one is nothing but what? Error. Next under exception also, do you know runtime exception, for that arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, ... Next IO exception, have you remembered? IO exception, okay, there are several child classes are there, like like error also, there are several child classes are there. Out of memory error, okay, so ... like. Are you getting? So now I can use the word total Java API is implemented based on inheritance concept only. Sir, how you can prove? Is nothing but simple. Yeah, whatever the most common methods which are applicable for any type of object, for any type of Java class which are required, such type of methods are defined in object class. Total, how many methods present in object class? Have you remembered? 11 methods are there. So those methods just we define once in the object class. Such type of methods just we define in object class 11 methods. Automatically these 11 methods by default available to every child class. Are you getting? We are not required to rewrite once again these methods in every child. Okay, simple. Around 5,000 plus Java classes are there. Are you getting? 5,000 plus Java classes are there. But 11 method, how many times I am writing? Only once in object class. Automatically these methods by default available to every child. Suppose assume inheritance concept is not there in Java. Then how many times we have to write these 11 methods? In every child 5,000 times we have to write. Then how much lengthy my API or how much development time is required to develop Java API? Are you getting? Total Java API is implemented based on inheritance concept only. The most common methods which are applicable for any type of Java object, these methods are defined where? In object class. That's why object class acts as root for all Java classes. Right? Are you getting? So indirectly, in other way, interview person may ask, why object class acts as a root? Can you tell what answer you can able to tell? Because for any type of Java object, for any type of Java class, the most common methods are defined in object class. If I make this one as a parent, automatically these methods by default available to every child class without rewriting. Are you getting? Next, why throwable class acts as root for Java exception hierarchy? Very important point. Throwable acts as a root for Java exception hierarchy. Why? Simple. The most common methods which are applicable for any type of exception are defined in exception class. The most common methods which are applicable for any type of error are defined in error class. Are you getting? The most common methods which are applicable for any type of exception and error, the method which is applicable for exception or error, such type of common methods are defined in throwable class. That's why throwable class acts as a root for all Java classes, right? Any explanation is required for you people, Anna? Okay, that's all. Make sure you people should have clear clarity why object acts as a root, throwable acts as a root for Java exception hierarchy, and so on. Okay, at this point. Yeah. Total Java API is implemented. Total Java API is implemented based on inheritance concept. Is implemented based on inheritance concept. Based on inheritance concept. Next point. The most common methods which are applicable for any Java object are defined in object class. And hence every class in Java is a child class of object. Every class in Java is the child class of object. Either directly or indirectly. Either child class of object, either directly or indirectly. Hence, wait. Either directly or indirectly. So that object class methods. By default available to every Java class. Without rewriting. Okay, this due to this object class acts as root for all Java classes. Object class acts as root for all Java classes. For all Java classes. Okay, that's all. Is the first one. Next up, second. Throwable class defines the most common methods. Throwable class defines the most common methods which are required for every exception and error classes. Hence, this class acts as root for Java exception hierarchy. This class acts as root for Java exception hierarchy. Okay, that's all. Take this diagram. Take clearly. So is it clear for all of you, right? So what is inheritance? How the Java API implemented is based on the inheritance concept only. Okay, like Now the next thing, there are few conclusions I want to talk. Important loopholes for you for the exam sake. Make sure for interview room purpose also. So can you tell Java provides support for multiple inheritance or not? What answer you can able to tell? No. Okay, because a Java class can't extend more than one class at a time. That's why Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance. Are you getting? So if I can take anywhere, sir, class A extends B comma C is nothing but immediately compiler is ready to give left and right. Are you getting? It's a compile time error, it's a syntactical mistake, right? Is it clear for all of you, right? Okay, at this point. Yeah. So keep supporting multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance. Okay. Under that at the point. A Java class can't extend more than one class at a time. A Java class can't extend more than one class at a time. A Java class can't extend more than one class at a time. More than one class at a time. Hence, Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance. Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance in classes. In classes or with respect to classes, any word. So take this example. Class A extends B comma C. Class A extends B comma C. It's nothing but invalid. It's a syntactical mistake. We are going to get what? Compile time error, right? Invalid. Compile time error by default we are going to get. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, this one. Next one. Here make sure you people should aware clearly, right? Here, sir. So sometimes interview person may create some confusion. Sir, is Java provide support for multiple inheritance in classes or not? What answer you can able to tell? No, Java won't provide support. But indirectly, Java provides support for multiple inheritance even in classes also. Is nothing but sometimes he may create some confusion. Just observe. Every class in Java is the child class of object. Every class in Java is the child class of object. You know. Now observe. Sir, I am taking class A extends B, like I am taking. Class A extends B. Now observe, A is child class of B. Correct or not? A is the child of B. Every class in Java is the child class of object also. That's why A is the child of object class also. That's why, so a Java class can extend more than one class simultaneously. So multiple inheritance is there even in classes also. Multiple inheritance indirectly there in classes, like entry person may create some confusion. If entry person is explaining like this, first thing what you have to do, give left and right to that person. Okay, this is give left and right because it is not a thing which is going to be happen. Again, if our class doesn't extend any other class, then only our class is the direct child class of object. Look at this. Suppose I am taking, sir, my class is there, class A, that's all. Class A, that's all. So this class doesn't extend any other, then only our class is direct child class of object. Direct child class of object. Okay. If our class extends any other class, then our class is not a direct child class of object. Our class A is the child of B, B is the child of object. Do you know? This is the thing which is going to be happen, and this type of inheritance is known as what? Multi-level inheritance, right? You have to tell multi-level inheritance. So in classes, either directly or indirectly, so Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance. Is it clear for all of you? Take a note. Sometimes every person may create confusion. Note. First one. Note first. If our class doesn't extend any other class, if our class doesn't extend any other class, then only our class is direct child class of object. Then only our class is direct child class of object. Then only our class is direct child class of object. Direct child class of object. Direct child class of object. Object like. So here just observe. Take this example. Class A. Class A is a child of object. Class A is the child of object. A is a child of object. A is the child of object. Are you getting a point? Look at this. Next. If our class extends any other class, if our class extends any other class, then if our class extends any other class, then our class is indirect child class of object. Then our class is indirect child class of object. Then our class is indirect child class of object. Indirect child class of object. Okay. Example. Add class A extends B. Class A extends B. Okay. Take both. A is the child of B, A is the child of object. Multiple inheritance. Give the cross mark because it's not the thing which is going to be happen. Give the cross mark, invalid, right? Next, the second one. A is the child of B, B is the child of object. A is the child of B, B is the child of object. Can you tell what is this inheritance? Multi-level inheritance. Okay, that's all. So either directly or indirectly, Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance with respect to classes, right? Take a note about this point also. Note. Either directly or indirectly, Java won't provide support for inheritance. Either directly or indirectly, Java won't provide support for inheritance with respect to classes. Either directly or indirectly, Java won't provide support for inheritance with respect to classes. Are you able to understand that? Look at this. So make sure you people should have clear clarity. What is inheritance? What is the multiple inheritance or multi-level inheritance like? But now maybe a chance to ask in the interview room, sir, why Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance? Are you getting what is the reason? Internal reason for that. Keep suffering. Why Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance? Why Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance? Okay. Sir, why Java won't provide support? Very simple, Anna. You are saying, sir, I have parent P1 is there, Parent P2 is there. Parent P1 is there, parent P2 is there. Now this is the child. Assume C extends P1, C extends P2. So assume, of course it's not possible, assume, okay, C extends P1 and P2. P1 contain M1 method. P1 contain M1. P2 also contain M1 method. Sir, parent class methods by default available to the child. Tomorrow, on the child object, sir, on the child object, I am calling M1 method. On the child object, if I am calling M1, which M1 method is going to execute? Either this P1 class M1 or P2 class M1 is always a problem or not? Yes, there may be a chance of ambiguity problem. There may be a chance of ambiguity problem. There is no way to resolve this problem. That's why Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance. Is it clear for all of you? Okay, this there may be a chance of ambiguity problem. That's why Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance. Clear? Not required to keep any explanation. Okay, at this point. Yeah. There may be a chance of ambiguity problem. There may be a chance of ambiguity problem. Hence, there may be a chance of ambiguity problem. Hence, Java won't provide support for. Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance. Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance. Okay, take this diagram. So C extends P1 and P2. P1 contain M1 method, P2 contain M1 method. P1 contain M1, P2 contain M1. So on the child object, if I call M1 method, on the child object, if I call M1 method, maybe ambiguity problem. There may be a chance of ambiguity problem. Like, any explanation is required? Okay, make sure. So, but do you know, in interfaces, but with respect to interface concept, best example here, see this one. Sir, I have one interface is there, interface A and interface B, interface A and interface B. Okay, now interface C extends A comma B, Can you tell, is it valid or invalid? This one 100% pakka, valid or invalid? Valid, don't keep any doubt. Sir, an interface can extend any number of interfaces simultaneously. Sir, an interface can extend any number of interfaces simultaneously. That's why Java provides support for multiple inheritance with respect to interfaces. Are you getting? So this is Java provides support for multiple inheritance with respect to interfaces, not required to worry. Okay, add. But interface can extend. Interface can extend any number of interfaces simultaneously. Interface can extend any number of interfaces simultaneously. Any number of interfaces simultaneously. Any number of interfaces simultaneously. Hence, Java provides support for multiple inheritance. With respect to Java provides support for multiple inheritance with respect to interfaces. Java provides support for multiple inheritance with respect to interfaces. Okay, take this one example. Interface A, interface B, interface C extends A comma B. Interface C extends A comma B. Interface C extends A comma B. Like, Completed, right? Okay. Now, maybe a chance to ask, sir, why ambiguity problem won't come in interfaces? Sir, you show ambiguity problem is the reason why Java won't provide support for multiple inheritance in classes. But in interfaces it is allowed. But why ambiguity problem won't be there? Okay, keep summing. Why ambiguity problem? Why ambiguity problem? Why ambiguity problem won't be there? Why ambiguity problem won't be there? Won't be there in interfaces? Why ambiguity problem won't be there in interfaces? Ambiguity problem won't be there in interfaces. Okay, very simple. Here see, sir, I have parent interface is there. Just observe this point well. I have parent interface is there. Parent interface 1, parent interface 2. Okay, here child interface is there. Sir, parent interface contain, so this is child interface is there. Next, it is the interface. But for the interface, compulsory implementation class should be there. Assume this one is nothing but implementation class. Implementation class. Okay, like this one implementation class. Now observe, sir, here parent interface 1 contain M1 method. M1 just only declaration but not implementation, because interface method never contain implementation, only declaration. Parent interface 2 contain M1 method. Same M1 method is available. Parent interface M1, parent interface to M1, automatically should come for my child also. It's nothing but like. So here declaration is there, here declaration is there, automatically will come here. But who is the responsible to provide implementation for this M1? Implementation class. In the implementation class, M1 implementation is there. Sir, even though multiple method declarations are there, but implementation, how many implementations are there? Only one. That's why, so you can call M1 method, then which method is required to execute? Only this one, because these people just having declaration, that's all. But implementation is nothing but only one. If unique implementation is there any chance of ambiguity problem? No. That's why ambiguity problem is not there. Even multiple method declarations are there, but implementation is nothing but what? Unique. That's why there is no chance of ambiguity problem in the case of interfaces. Okay, add. Take this diagram first. Take this diagram. Parent interface 1 contain M1. So parent interface 2 also contain M1. Parent interface 1 contain M1, parent interface 2 contain M1. Next, child interface also contain M1 method. M1 method. Now this one is nothing but implementation class. Implementation class, like. Completed, right? Which? Both. Either here only declaration, right? Regarding either this person is coming, where is my M1 implementation? I can show this is your requirement. If this person is coming, yes, this is your implementation, like. Regarding for both people, how many implementations are there? Only one. That's why same thing only. So either this person is coming, or this person is coming, or this person is coming. For all these people, boss, this is your required implementation. If implementations are different, then different implementation classes we require to write. For this one separate implementation class, for this one separate implementation class. Add this point. Even though multiple method declarations are available, even though multiple method declarations are available, but even though multiple method declarations are available, but implementation is unique. But implementation is unique. But implementation is unique. Implementation is unique, and hence there is no chance of ambiguity problem. There is no chance of ambiguity problem. There is no chance of ambiguity problem in interfaces. There is no chance of ambiguity problem in interfaces. There is no chance of ambiguity problem in interfaces. Okay, that's all. Any explanation is required about this terminology, right? Okay, this is, make sure you people should have clear clarity. Next, keep subheading. Of course, here there is one small terminology. Even though most of the people are going to consider, including entire room person also, yes, multiple inheritance is allowed in interfaces, right? But strictly speaking, through interfaces, whatever we are getting, it is not inheritance, because sir, I am getting this method declaration. Code reusability means without rewriting, that method implementation is available. Are you getting? But is there any method implementation is available here? Just only declarations. That's why strictly speaking, through interfaces we can't get any inheritance and we can't get any multiple inheritance, strictly speaking. But most of the people do know, after extends keyword, multiple interface extends a comma b. By seeing this line, after extends multiple, that's why multiple inheritance is allowed in interfaces. But strictly speaking, through interfaces whatever we are getting is not inheritance or is not multiple inheritance. Are you getting? But majority of the people are going to consider this one is nothing but multiple inheritance, like even we are following the same style. Are you getting? So make sure you should have, okay, take a note. Strictly speaking, through interfaces, we won't get any, inheritance. Okay, that's all. Strictly speaking, but generally the people are going to accept, yes, because after extends multiple things you can take, that's why. Like now the next here, see, there is another loophole is there related to this inheritance. Here just observe, take a bit special care about this one. Sir, I am taking, listen this one, class A. Sir, class A extends A. Okay, class A extends A. A is nothing but like I am taking class A extends A. Now do you know A is child class of A? Correct or not? A is the child of A is nothing but like. Is it allowed or not allowed? Sometimes maybe a chance to ask in the interview room, class A extends A. Every class is the child of same class. Is it valid or not in Java? Or sometimes the people may ask, class A extends B. Sir, I am taking class A extends B. Similarly, class B extends A. Have you observed? Class A extends B, class B extends A. Now, A and B, A is the child of B, B is the child of A. Can you tell, is it valid or not? A is the child of same class. Next, A is the child of B, B is the child of A. Can you tell, is it allowed or not? Do you know, this type of inheritance is called cyclic inheritance. Are you getting? This type of inheritance is called what? Cyclic inheritance. Cyclic inheritance. Cyclic inheritance is not allowed in Java. Of course, not allowed, not required first, because class A extends A. Sir, A class methods by default available to the A class. Sir, because we are in the same class. A class method by default available to the A class. Then what is the need of extends A? Useless, right? Okay, this is same. Class A extends B. What it means, Anna? B class methods by default available to the A class. Okay. If I can take class B extends A, Sir, B class, A class mentors are required for B class. If this is the requirement, already we can meet this requirement through this class. Then what is the need of this one? Are you getting that? That's why cyclic inheritance is not allowed in Java. Of course, it is not required in any programming language. Because class A extends B. Sir, B class mentors are required for A class. A class mentors are required for B class. Sir, B class mentors are required for A. And A class methods are required for B, then total methods you can define in a single class. Why you have to take two separate classes, right? Unnecessary, useless syntax this. That's why cyclic inheritance is not allowed in Java. Of course, it is not required first. Are you getting? So, in both cases, we are going to get compile time error saying cyclic inheritance involving A. Cyclic inheritance involving A is nothing but like compile time error we are going to get. Clear for all of you? Look at this. Now just observe. So let me show at least this one. Here see. Let me show this compile time error so that you can aware. Sir, I am taking class A extends A. Class A extends A. Like this I am taking. Here C colon Durga classes A dot Java. Let me save this code as A dot Java. Okay, this part is not required for me. Class A extends A like now. Let me compile this code. Okay, Java C A dot Java. Have you observed? Compile the method by default you are going to get. Can you please read cyclic inheritance involving A. Where at which line the problem came? Class A extends A like. Sir, class A extends B. Class A extends B. Now I am taking class B extends A. Are you getting? Class B extends A is nothing but like. Now have a like same problem. Cyclic inheritance involving A. At which line the problem came? Class A extends B. Are you able to understand? Cyclic inheritance not allowed in Java. Of course, it is not required first. Okay, at this point. Keep submitting cyclic inheritance. Cyclic inheritance. At the point. Cyclic inheritance is not allowed in Java. Cyclic inheritance is not allowed in Java. Cyclic inheritance is not allowed in Java. Of course. Cyclic inheritance is not allowed in Java. Of course, it is not required. Of course, it's not required. Cyclic inheritance is not allowed in Java. Of course, it's not required. Required. Okay, example. Take that example. Class A extends A. Class A extends A. A is the child of A. Class A extends A. A is the child of A. Next, class A extends B. Class A extends B. Next, class B extends A. So in both cases, same compile time error only we are going to get in this case also. Cyclic inheritance is not allowed in Java. Of course, it's not required first. Completed, right? Cyclic inheritance not allowed in Java. Of course, it's not required. Can I complete it, right? Okay, that's it. These are various important loopholes you people should be aware about is a relationship, which is also known as what? Inheritance, right? Okay, that's all.